Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Glamour and You channel. My name is Debbie. Welcome back to my channel. And welcome to the newbies. Welcome aboard. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I'm here today to do like a little hair video just to kind of warm myself back up to YouTube. YouTube is kind of like totally different now. I got to get used to a lot of things, and I'm just going to be taking it step by step. So hopefully you'll take this journey with me. Today, once again, this video is about hair, or actually my channel is about hair. So today, yes, it's about hair. So what I did was I wanted to feel good about myself, you know, today. And I've been walking around here for the past couple of days with a bonnet on and no makeup on. I haven't worn makeup in probably about a month or so, and I just wanted to feel good about myself today. So if you guys need to be uplifted today, let's do it together. So I just put a face on. I don't do makeup on my channel because I don't know what I'm doing, but you know, because I know there's rules to makeup, but me, I'm a little different. I don't like to follow rules. I don't advise anyone to follow my lead, but because rules are good, some rules are good, but I don't follow that makeup game rule to the T. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just do what I want to do. I put it where I want to put it. I put it where I think it needs to go. I mean, in regards to wearing eyeshadows, I'm limited to, you know, certain colors. Like I like basic neutral looks. I'm not into like all those pretty colors that come in the color palettes. I wish I could do those great things that you guys do here on YouTube. I've watched so many videos, how to apply foundation, how to place your eyeshadow, how to contour, how to do all of that. And so but yeah, I'm trying, and I think I do okay for me. I mean, it's passable. I could get by going out in public and looking like this. So yeah, and I don't like to overdo it, you know what I'm saying? I'm subtle. I don't like to put too much attention on this, you know what I'm saying? I just want to blend in a little bit, and sometimes, you know, blending in, you know, doesn't hurt, and sometimes you just want to, you know, hey, this is my look today. It made me feel good to do it. I feel great about it. I'm pleased with the outcome of it. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you don't like it. Tell me, did highlight and I didn't do the under the eye. I don't know how. I mean, I buy all the stuff that y'all recommend, but for some reason blending that out under the eyes, it never works for me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm wetting the sponge. I'm using liquids. I'm using whatever you recommend, but it just doesn't come out right. Okay, it looks like you can see the casting. But anyway, back to what we came here for, and that is hair. This hair is from two companies actually. It's Yyong on AliExpress, and Eunice on AliExpress as well. But yeah, I bought these bundles from Yyong and Eunice. I'll tell you a little bit about it in a minute. I bought these bundles like 7 to 8 months ago, so I think it's time that I can, you know, give an honest review on the hair, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that shortly. So the bundles that I have from Yyong is 4 bundles, no, 4 bundles in a closure, 4 bundles and a 13 by 6 frontal, I'm sorry. The 4 bundles is 18, 20, 22, and 24, and the frontal is a 16-inch. And this is the 16-inch here. I don't think I did any cutting on it. I might have trimmed the ends or something like that, but anyway. And then the 4/27, that's the Eunice hair. Actually, it was more prominent before. As you can see, it's not, you can still see the 4/27 in it. The reason why it's not as dominant as it was is because I colored my hair. So I colored my hair with, I think it was like Revlon Vivid in jet black, because I don't like the brown hair, the natural color that comes, you know, that the hair comes in. So I always try to bleach. I'm sorry, not bleach. I always try to dye. I always try to dye my units black. Anyway, so when I did that, I just kind of went down in the hair with the black and try to separate the number 4/27 from it. So, you know, it's okay. I can't complain. It's still on both sides. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. Another thing about this hair is because the Yyong Hair, the number 24" was very tangly at the ends. It became very tangly at the ends. So I took out the number 24 bundle and I had some leftover Eunice hair, which is what I have in now, and it comes past my breast. So it's more like a number 26. I want to say it was a 26 because I know at one point in time in the past I did buy a 26 length from Eunice. So yeah, the hair is okay. It's holding up okay. You know, it's not that bad. It does tangle. The shorter lengths tangle. You hear the, you know, the crunchiness when you try to run your fingers through. It does not hold the curl. So as you can see, the curls are pretty much gone. They were kind of tight. They were kind of like this, if you can see. And they only been in my hair for about 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. When I was setting, you know, I curled it and then I started setting up. So yeah, this is the outcome. So they dropped, which I don't mind because I want a kind of loose curl anyway. So what we're gonna do today, we are going to style this unit. Another thing about baby hairs, I'm not the type that like to have the molded baby hairs. I like, what happened to my computer? Oh. Sorry about that. I'm not the type that like the molded baby hairs. I just kind of like the wispies, if you can see that. So I just kind of like the wispy look, and especially with straight hair. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the molded baby hairs with straight hair. You know? So I like the wispy look, and to do that, I use two products. I use my Oars olive oil wrap and set mousse. That is this, and then to help also keep them in place, I use the Got2b, excuse my can, because I mean my hands be filthy dealing with these products, but because I use my hand a lot. So what I do is mold the baby hair with the mousse, and I still use a toothbrush. So I just put the mousse on the toothbrush and I kind of mold the baby hair. And then once that baby hair is in place, I just take a little bit of Got2b on my finger and I just kind of tap it into place just to hold it there. Once it's held, or once it's dry, then I kind of go back in and take my toothbrush and kind of wake it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I want that wispy effect and not the molded baby hair effect. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to stop talking. We're going to stop talking and we're going to get into styling this hair and see how it looks, okay? It's not going to be much of anything because, like I said, the curls don't stay in, and as you can see, they're already gone, okay? Yeah, so what I usually do is finger comb my hair out. And I'm trying to think, did I do any cutting? No. I didn't layer anything or anything. I didn't do any cutting on this hair. Oh, let me tell you what I have under this hair while I'm finger combing. What I have under this unit. So I have, my head is kind of small. And I struggle with this a lot. As you can see, it's tangly. I struggle with this a lot, and my head seems to be like a 21 centimeter. But I struggle with this a lot, and I have to go through this whole all this extra work to kind of make my units tight. And then even though I do that, sometimes they still just aren't secure enough. I wear 2 wig caps, so 2 of those black wig caps, and then I like to put a stocking cap over it to hold them in place. And I also have to adjust the wig caps. So I have to like overlap them and then sew them so they can be even smaller, because those are too big. So I've just been, just improvising, doing my own little thing. Okay, this, I had stumbled on it on Amazon, because I'm always on Amazon shopping, and I bought this little head band which is supposed to secure your units. It does work, but let me tell you about this thing. You know what? I need to go on YouTube and do some research. I did stumble on some videos about this, but I don't recall any of them mentioning the issue that I had. And it could have been because I put too many things on, but I'm going to try it another way before I throw in the towel. But this thing, let me tell you how I wore it. I wore it 2 ways. 2 ways, I think. I want to say 3, but 2 ways I know for sure. So I wore it with the 2 stocking caps. I'm sorry, the 2 wig caps and the stocking cap, and then I put this on top of the stocking cap, and then I put on my wig. Okay. Probably about an hour or 2 in, headache. I can't breathe. I mean, I can't think. My jaw was locking because it was just too tight on my head. So that method didn't work for me. So I reduced it down to 1 wig cap, a stocking cap, this, and my wig. Same results. A couple of hours later, I got locked jaw. My head is hurting, and I'm just like, what is going on? So I'm just like tugging on my wig all day, like trying to move it back and everything. And that was the issue. This, I don't know, is it something that, like, does this shrink or whatever? Because it just seems like once I put it on, like when I put it on, I'm good for a couple of hours, and then it just seems like all of a sudden the band just shrinks and it becomes tight on your head, and I just couldn't function. So the next thing I'm gonna try it with just the stocking cap. No wig caps, just the stocking caps, and this in my wig, okay? I'll let you know if I had a headache, okay? Or if my jaw locked. I thought I was having a stroke. I'm telling you, because it was like my jaw, I'm like, oh my God, it's time. I'm about to have a stroke. And come to find out, it was this thing. It was this. This was the culprit, along with all my wig caps, okay? So I'm just not going to blame it on this, because with all that junk I got up under here, along with this, like, you would get a headache. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to try it with just a stocking cap and this and my wig, okay? And I'll let y'all know if I got a headache and a locked jaw, okay? So back to this unit. Once again, I said I was finger combing out the curls. By the way, if you want to know what curling iron I use, it doesn't even matter what curling iron you use, as long as you have one that gets hot enough to curl your hair, okay? This is just a Hot Tools. It might be a 1-inch barrel. 1-inch barrel. I think it goes to, whoops, gotta get my glasses. It looks like it go past 380 degrees. So I'm gonna say like 400. I'm gonna say like 400, okay? 400. And yes, I use it on highest. Okay. And yeah, so I just used that to curl my hair all over, and this is the results. Let's take those off, back to business. And so I'm just going to continue to finger comb it first. Oh, my part. I will tell you about my part in a minute. I'm just all over the place with this video. Please forgive me. Remember, it's my first day back. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. So this is just finger combing it. As you can see, it's flat. Look at this. Look at that. And it has no life. Look at that. You see that? And my curling iron ain't even curled. I mean, plugged in, so I can't even fix that. And I ain't got time. Okay? So I'm just going to run right through it with some argan oil, Morocco, like organics. And like I said, bear with me, you guys. There you go, something like that. And we're just going to use a little bit on the hand. Ta-da-da. And we're just gonna rub it in. I usually use the Hawaiian Silky Argan Oil one, but I can't find it. I don't know where I put it. But this is okay because, you know, this is lightweight. And I just put a little bit. It's not a lot, just a little bit. And I'm just rubbing that through as I'm finger combing it. And my wig, my unit is not glued down at all. Like I said, you know, I make adjustments to it so it can stay in place. I did sew like a couple of combs in it, one on each side, pretty much by the ear, behind the ear, to help it stay in place, but that doesn't work. It still shifts. You guys, I started doing, look, I appreciate delivery drivers, no matter what company you work for, whatever you deliver, I appreciate it. Hands up, hands down, whatever, hands up, I think it is. Hands up to delivery drivers. I've been doing like fast food deliveries for the past couple of months, and it is a task, you guys. Like, you know, and it has nothing to do with the customers. Pretty, you know, it's pretty much how the you know, how it's a number of things. It's the weather. It could be too hot outside, you know, so that takes a lot of energy out of you. It could be the GPS. It could be the delivery app going bonkers. It could be your signal. It could be it's just a lot of things that just come into play. You know, when you're trying to do deliveries. And I work for two different companies, and I have issues mainly with one app. So yeah. And you know, another thing is that can affect the way your delivery goes is addresses. Addresses are very important. I mean, it's important to have your address on your house or somewhere near your house. Your address number shouldn't be, your street number shouldn't be across the street on a mailbox. And I have to pull up to the house, which has a long cemented driveway. And I have to get out of the car and physically walk to the house and then back out to the road to check the curb and look for an address number so I can make sure I'm delivering, you know, the food to the right destination. So it's difficult. Then you have traffic. You have certain times of the day traffic. You have morning traffic, afternoon traffic, and then you have evening traffic. So you have the traffic. Then you have people that's ordering things that could possibly melt in like almost 100-degree weather, like ice cream. You got ice. You're ordering ice cream or shake or whatever, and it's like in the evening where it's a lot of traffic. You know, like, do I take this order or do I not take this order? Because, you know, you want to get it there while it's still a milkshake, or it's still ice cream, or the ice cream turned into a milkshake. You know what I'm saying? So you just, I mean, it's a lot of things, you know. And then, oh, and where you're delivering the food to or the groceries to, like maybe the front of the house is not, you know, up to par to where you might have that straight path to the doorway. Then you have people with pets. The dogs want to come out and greet you while you're trying to carry a 24 case of water to the porch or to the stairs. You know what I'm saying? So it could be quite challenging to be a delivery driver. I love doing the fast food one because it's just you get the order and you go to the location to pick up the food by just presenting the name and the ticket number, the order ticket number, and you grab the bag if it's done, if the food is done. You grab the bag and you jump in the car and you go drop it off. And half of the time when you're dropping it off, it's just leave it at the door. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's a couple of things that I do recommend for customers and for you know, delivery drivers. I mean, just some like little suggestions. Like, far as the customers, I kind of suggest, you know, like, look at it this way. that's food. You know what I'm saying? And this was supposed to be a hair video, and I'm just like rambling on about different things. But it's been a long time. I got a lot of things to say. But think about it's your food. You don't want your food to be sat on the ground. You know what I'm saying? You got ants. You got all kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? So I personally take pride in delivering people's food. I take pride by, if you have a chair on the porch, I sit your food in the chair. If you ordered something that is not in a dish, you know, that would make a lot of mess, like maybe a couple of burgers or something you may have or whatever, I always, first of all, I always make sure I tie up the bag before I leave the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Tie up the bag. You don't want to deliver food with an open bag. I know how I felt when I used to receive food, fast food, that was, the bag wasn't closed or sealed. So I think that the restaurant should take an extra step in making sure these bags are sealed. Some restaurants are doing that. Some restaurants do hand you the customer's food is in containers, and then it's in a plastic grocery bag. So I just tie up that bag, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the corona, whatever, you're in the car with the food. I have the face mask on. I always have my face mask on when I'm picking up or delivering food. So, and sometimes I even take it a step further and put on some gloves, because, you know, you are handling people's drinks and stuff like that. So, you know, you want to kind of not, you know, transfer anything if you can. It's hard to prevent, but, you know, just taking those extra steps just makes the customer feel more thought about, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, put the food, when you deliver it, put it in a chair, put it on the table. I knock or ring the doorbell. If there is a message that says do not knock or ring the doorbell, just leave it on the porch or whatever, I do that. I follow the instructions there. But yeah, it can be difficult delivering to these locations. It's a lot of things that play a factor in how smooth your delivery goes. You know what I'm saying? So you could be held up at the restaurant waiting for the customer's food, you know, to be prepared. You know, so yeah, just try to do your best. Be safe. Make sure the customers, you know, you try to keep the customer's food safe, you know, as well. Oh, another thing is, I had was mentioning a milkshake or whatever. The person had ordered a milkshake or a sundae, and you know how like the little hole in the top of the sundae cup, and you can see the strawberry. So before, when the restaurant hand me the drink, I'll let them know, can you cover this? I mean, come on, the hole is like the size of a quarter. Cover the thing. You know what I'm saying? And this is not a fault of the restaurant, I mean, you know, but because it is an opening, you know, to that customer's food, I feel as though it should be covered. So the girl was so nice and so thoughtful and so creative at this restaurant. What she did, she took a plastic spoon, pushed it down in the sundae, a brand new spoon, she took it out of the wrapper, pushed it down in the sundae, and then put one of those milkshake lids on top. So it served kind of like as an umbrella over his sundae. So I delivered, and this happened twice that I had 2 orders with sundaes at that same restaurant, and the same girl, she did that for me. And it just made me feel good that I took that extra step to protect the customer's food. So yeah, so I mean, I love doing the fast food delivery. It's kind of slow where I am, so you don't get as many orders, and then the locations are far too. So you know, it's you know, it's a hit or miss here where I am doing the delivery. But this is back to the hair. This is the curls, and they are combed out. It doesn't get big that much, as you can see. It still kind of stays flat, which is all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going anywhere, so I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, she's overdone. So I'm just gonna show you the ends. These are the ends of the hair, and it's not that bad. Like I said, the longer piece is now Eunice, and the rest of the hair is, besides the number 4/27, that is Eunice, and the rest of the hair is Yyong. So you see how that wispy, you know what I'm saying? It's a wispy. It's not, you know, I can move it. It can be moved. I can take it out, and I can put it back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is the end results. And if I was doing deliveries today, I did turn on the delivery app, and there are certain times of the week that is very slow. And here it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and maybe even Wednesday. And the time of the month also plays a big factor as well. So yeah, those are some things about delivery. It has body. Oh yeah, it has body. All right, so it does have a little body to it, which, you know, that's why I haven't given up on this wig, because it's still decent looking. Like, you know what I'm saying? My closure is jacked up too. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little jacked. You see that? Well, oh, my part. Speaking of the part, it's the part. It's the part. Okay, so the part, I don't be doing no bleaching, you guys. So if you ever come here, you're looking for a bleaching video, this ain't it. It's not here. Okay, I think I might have tried. No, if I did, I think I tried it back in the day. Let me see. I started wearing lace wigs. That's what we called them. Lace wigs. I think it was after my mom passed. So I want to say like 2006 or 7. 2006 or 7. Something like that. Maybe even like 2008. Yeah. I was in a whole forum and everything. We had a forum for lace front wearers. I was in a whole forum. We chatted about glues and whatever else we could recommend to each other about these units. But anyway, so yeah, I think I tried bleaching one time, and my daughter, she's better at bleaching knots and coloring hair. So so I used to go to her or she did try bleaching my hair, my knots before, which turned out great. But yeah, I don't do that. So I mean, I just use some basic products. Normally this is my go-to. Oops, put on the glasses. This is my go-to. I think this is this the name of the company? Perfect Blend, but it looked like a black radiance. And it's quite messy. And let me see, the number is 8012. It's a concealer. And as you can see, piece of hair in there. As you can see, this color is gone. Okay, and that's the color that I mainly use to put in the part. And I'll go in with this first, and then I'll go in with the second color. And I'll use angle brush. So this is just an old angle brush. That I had from Eco Tools, and I just kind of pinch it, and then I go in with the almost empty one, and I just want the tip, you know, the bristles, just the tip of the bristles to go in like so. And I don't put a whole lot on it. I just kind of run it through the edges of the container, and then I'll just go in to the part. And I like to start from the back, because that's, you know, you might have a lot of product on the brush, and you don't want it in the front. If you do get a lot of product, you don't want it in the front. So if you had to take that chance, you would put it in the back. Okay, but today I did not use this. I actually used this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser, and the number is 146 tan. So I use this. It's not focusing. I used this today, so I just took off the top and turned the top, and just once again make sure the brush is pinched. Pinch it to make the point fine, and then I just kind of run it across it like that, and then I go in the part. And usually, like, once I do that, after I put that in the part, I go in with my brush, and I kind of like brush it in. And then I may even follow it up with mascara, you know, because sometimes the color can get on the hair. But I mean, that part doesn't look too bad, and it looks like mine. Do you see where my cap is balding? My cap is balding. But yeah, so that's how I make my parts on all my units. I do have the, now just because I'm not on here doing videos doesn't mean that I'm not on here watching you guys, buying some of the stuff that you recommend. I do that because, you know, I'm looking for an easier life. So yeah, if you got something that's gonna make my life a little easier and it's cheap, I'm there. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't do the bleaching method. I don't do the plucking, I guess because I'll be making my frontals bald on its own. but but yeah, so yeah, this is the outcome of this unit. Not bad. Look, tangle. I guess my 24 is tangling now too. Well, the wig probably need a bath. It probably needs a bath. So yeah, I'm okay with the wig. It's okay. The unit, the hair, it's okay. It's not too bad. You know what I'm saying? It gets the job done. You know what I'm saying? It covers this little bald head. So that's all that matters to me. But yeah, I hope that this video was somewhat fun for you guys. I don't like to come on here and not give you me. So this is me. And if you haven't met her in the past, you know what I'm saying, when I was doing those videos before, you gonna meet her now, okay? Because she ready. She ready. But it was nice seeing you guys. I hope you guys still hang in there, or is hanging in there with me. And welcome to my channel, all the newbies. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys back here soon. Actually, I think I'm going to be doing a freaking gnat. It's a gnat. My sister called it a gnat. Something like that. I'm like, what? She's like, it's a gnat. A gnat? What is a gnat? It's a gnat. You know those little flies. I was like, you mean a gnat? Huh? So you mean to tell me I've been saying it wrong? Yes, you have. Oh my.